Aloha kako, welcome. My name is James Hustace and I serve as your Hawaii County Council Member for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just a few updates since our last virtual chat. We're here at the end of March, so welcome to April. Happy April. Over the last week, a number of conversations about our state highway projects, animal control here in the county, the Mayor's Luncheon. I had an opportunity to attend the Mayor's Luncheon with the Kohala Chamber of Commerce, and then also attended the opening of the Kohala Heritage Center and welcoming that a beautiful facility back for the community. We also had coffee with a cop here in Waimea, and then was able to attend the luncheon for a retired and senior volunteer program. So fantastic to see all of our seniors out there giving back to the community and continuing to giving many hours every year to the dedication for their community and all the community events and activities that happen across the district here. And then had a kind of week ended off with a good and well-attended talk story with Congresswoman Jill Tokuda in Kona. So grateful to attend a lot of different events over the last week, especially with the holiday with Prince Kuhio Day in the middle of the last week. Looking ahead a little bit for this week, we have Committee and Council Day this week. So remember, you can testify at our courtesy sites or remote locations here in the district, here at the Waimea office, or up in Kapa'au at the old courthouse there. A couple things to pay attention to on the agendas for this week. We have some discussions about memorandums of understanding between Hawaii Police Department and our federal government, particularly with FBI and Department of Homeland Security. So there'll be some good conversations about that over the next 2 days. We'll also be really diving into our budget season here. Next week will be really full on 4 days, starting on the 8th through the 11th, so Tuesday through Friday, diving into each of the department hearings for the budget, all of their operating budget, as well as kind of talking about some of the capital improvement projects that are in the mayor's budget. So some good opportunity to learn about what's happening at the county during that week, as well as the priorities of the administration, and then how the council members are kind of tackling issues in each of their districts, and then supporting those efforts and finding ways to really improve our communities. Also, there was a public announcement on the recent awardees for the Research and Development Impact Grants. So about a little over $500,000, $548,095 that went out to 31 projects and nonprofits across the county here. These range from some of our ag and food systems, looking at the Hawaii Island Pacific Agriculture, the Kohala Agri-Leaders up in Kohala, North Kohala, as well as the Kohala Food Hub, Mala'ai Garden, and Go Farm, and then some other ones in our business development sectors, Hui Oihana, and then our community well-being, some good grants going to Path and Food Basket, and then looking at our film and creative industries, some good support for the second season of Eating Our Roots with Chef Ipi Iona, also some grants awarded to Hawaii Songwriting Festival, and then the Kohala Oral History Project with their youth filmmaking program. Then looking ahead a little bit, this is just announced, but it's an opportunity to comment on the Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Action Plan. So this comment period is open now. There's also a public meeting via Zoom on April 16th at 5 p.m. And this is really federal dollars that were received by the county from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development with their Community Development Block Grant and their mitigation program. So the goal for this $6.8 million grant is to fund a Waikoloa Village evacuation traffic study and really update our flood studies and assessments that focus on the North Kona district, and then studies for Puna and the South Kohala areas as well. And those will have some other additional funds to go with them. But really looking at, and another third part of that is revising our zoning and subdivision codes as part of that whole process. So a link for that is on my link tree. You can find that in the description above. And then just a reminder here that the Pololu Trailhead Management Plan is still up and available for you to comment on that and look at that draft environmental assessment. Hard copies can be found at the North Kohala Public Library, and your comments are due by April 22nd. So that link digital link can be found in my link tree as well there. And then in regards to all the stuff around council and committee days, so tomorrow we're in committee and Wednesday on council, and then next week with our budget hearings, you can always provide testimony, and I encourage you to submit testimony on items that come before us at council, and you're welcome to use the email address counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov Testimony is always due at 12 noon on the business day prior to that meeting, or you can attend in person or attend one of our virtual sites here, our courtesy sites, or attend virtually via Zoom on the county website. There are the links there. Then wanted to kind of talk about a number of different community events, a lot of things going on in the district. Always fabulous to see everything's going on and people getting involved in the community. First, just wanted to touch on some of our road paving efforts and projects in the community. Mamalahoa Highway here in Waimea, we're still having some road work done between Lindsay Road intersection and the Lalamilo Farm Road. So there's paving, and then the future restriping efforts going to be happening with that. This is ongoing. There's been some delays, but they made some good progress over the school spring break. So please be mindful of the detour and the traffic plan that's in play for that road work in that area. And then in Waikoloa, kind of the Waikoloa region, up on Mamalahoa Highway, Highway 190, between mile markers 9 to 12, there's some, right around in between the Waikoloa road intersection, there's some road striping going on, so please be aware of that. And then Puako, looks like there's some speed hump installation going on down there. In North Kohala, along Okonepuli Highway, in Halaula, near the Kohala Middle School, there's some ongoing shoulder maintenance and road maintenance work going there. And then in the Kauai and along Kauai Road, some vegetation cutting going along the highway there, as well as some debris clearing from culverts and under bridges. So expect some lane closures in those areas where work's being done. And then looking at other community events, the North Kohala CDP, the Community Development Plan, their advisory group is meeting tomorrow, Tuesday, April 1st, at the old Judiciary Building in North Kohala. Kind of the culmination of all the work that's being done in the community and all the different subgroups. One of their subgroups is meeting on Wednesday, April 2nd. That's the Community Access Group for a lot of our public access and trail access. And they meet at the old courthouse, the senior club building there in North Kohala. Also on Wednesday, there's the Coconut Rhinoceros Beetle. There's a virtual community meeting led by Senator Tim Richards. And a number of us will be on there, your legislators from both the state side and myself on the council side of the county level will be attending that virtual meeting and being part of a panel with Big Island Invasive Species Committee, as well as HDOT, Department of Transportation, and their biosecurity side, and DLNR with their invasive species, as well as University of Hawaii and Department of Ag will be part of that conversation and talking about coconut rhinoceros beetle and the impacts here on Hawaii Island. That is also listed in my post as well, so you can take a look at that. There's a Zoom link for that and how to view and attend that meeting. Also on Wednesday evening, the Kohala Night Markets holding their monthly night market. Their focus is on Earth Day this month, so that's this Wednesday, going to be held at the Kohala Village Mural from 4 to 7 p.m. And on Thursday evening, first up in Waimea is their Waimea Community Association Town Meeting, and the main topic that evening will be on early childhood education. That will be held at Tutu's house, starting at 5:30 in the evening there. And then in North Kohala, the mayor's continuing his community meeting series, his town hall series, across the island with his department heads and his cabinet members. And that's going to be held at the Hisoka Gym at Kamehameha Park, starting at 5:30 as well. So look forward to seeing residents and community members up there in North Kohala this time around. And just a reminder that AARP is continuing their free tax prep, and it's continuing once more. This is the second to last time, so the 4th here on this Friday, and then the 11th next week, and this is held at the Waimea Community Center. All day, pretty much all day, from 8:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And looking ahead to the weekend a little bit, we have the Waikoloa Community Market. Their main focus this time around this month is on zero waste efforts and recycling. So a lot of different vendors and information booths about what the best practices and what we can do in our community, what we can do in our own homes about waste and reducing waste, diverting waste, as well as our recycling efforts. So that's going to be held at the Waikoloa Plaza starting at 8 in the morning and going to about noon on Saturday. And then also on Saturday, we have a Narcan distribution here in Waimea at the KTA in Waimea. It's starting at 10 a.m. and going until about noon. We also have CERT training. This is our community emergency response training. They're doing a basic training course at the Co-Education Center. 2 days, it's a 2-day training, so Saturday and Sunday. Please sign up for more information and reach out to hawaiicert@gmail.com for more information. There's also some online training you have to do ahead of time, so it'll be a good opportunity to do this a little bit ahead before the weekend. So please email hawaiicert@gmail.com for more information about that. But it's happening this weekend in 2 opportunities, 2 days, 2 training days to get involved with CERT and to support our community efforts here when it comes to emergency response. And then just for awareness, on Sunday, the Lava Man Triathlon is happening down along the coast, along the Waikoloa Resort area. So do expect some highway impacts and road closures along Queen Kaahumanu Highway there. So a lot of things going on across the community here in the district. There's also a Saturday community art class at the Thelma Parker Memorial Library. That's this Saturday. Registration is required, so I encourage you to call the number 808-887-6067 to sign up for that. But they're doing like a monthly community art series. So the first Saturday of every month, they kind of do a nice little event there for the community. So with that, I'm honored to serve as your council member. So please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov, or you can call our Hilo office at 808-961-8564, or our Waimea office at 808-887-6077. And with that, I want to wish you good health, be well, aloha.